Hi friends, Simit here from informedtrades.com. Today is March 5th, 2014. Time for our daily Forex chart review. Basically in this session each day at around 8:15 a.m. GMT, 1:15 p.m. 8:15 a.m. New York time EST, 1:15 p.m. GMT. I review 20-some Forex pairs, daily charts, share my perspective on them, the trades I'm placing. I am a price action swing trader, so I'll be looking primarily for trends, buy the dips in trends, sell the rallies, buy the dips and uptrends, sell the rallies and downtrends. Occasionally I'll do something else. But that's the basic idea. We have a lot of learning material. If this stuff, the terminology I'm using, or if I'm going too fast, is you need to review some of that concept, check us out over at informedtrades.com. We have a whole bunch of material, not just on the type of trading I do, but all types of trading. Definitely check out that learning material, participate in our community, register, share your thoughts, and we can all learn together. Okay, so let's get started. I put on a bunch of entry orders yesterday, and some of them have gotten filled. So it's a little bit different scenario that I'm looking at this morning. I have on, let me see here. So I have on 4 positions on at the moment. Okay, and most of them, unfortunately, are losing money, but they're only slightly in the loss, so it's not a huge cause for concern just yet. Okay, let's start with the Australian dollar pairs. Here's a dollar-yen chart. I have this order did not get filled. It's set to go long, still pending, set to go long on the black line. Target profit way up here, and stop is down here. And let's see what that looks like actually on the daily chart. Yeah, man. So the thing is, I mentioned this other day, lifestyle sometimes gets in the way. I really meant to put this order on yesterday, and if I had, it would have gotten filled. Um, but um, but I didn't get around to it. I just got so caught up in daily activity. Okay, so anyway, I mean the basic idea is we're in an uptrend on dollar yen. Trying to buy the dip, had a nice consolidation here. It looked like it could be an accumulation zone. I think this is the bottom, and I really want to trade a short yen trade from the long term, meaning long dollar yen, a long-term perspective. So I had a 9-to-1 reward to risk, which would have been great. But we'll see. Maybe it'll still get filled. Anyway, let's go to, I always like to start with the positions I have on at the moment. So that means heading over to the Australian dollar. And I think it was, let me just see what got filled. I have a number of positions on the Australian dollar. Aussie Swiss is one of them. Okay. Here's the Aussie Swiss trade. I'm going to move this down here. So it's actually slightly in the money at the moment. Basically, I shorted right here. There's a 50 simple moving average as well. This is also a 50% Fibonacci retracement from this move down here. So we have a 50% Fibonacci retracements from swing high to swing low. We're at the 50 simple moving average, and we're at a level that I think is a minor resistance level just based on price action. That position is basically at break even now. It's very slightly in the money, like 1 or 2 pips in the money. So that's that. It just got filled. Also, I have a short Aussie yen position. Okay, and this one is my stop is already at break even here, so that's the good news. If my stop gets hit, I will not lose any money. Of course, we don't want the stop to get hit because then I'll be out of the trade as well. But now we're back at the 50 simple moving average, 200 exponential. So it still has to go through the 50 simple moving average and the 200 exponential moving average before I can hit my stop at this red line here. The target profit's still here. I moved my stop to break even a couple days ago when it closed below this minor resistance level or minor support. Let me just take a look at what it's like on the 4-hour chart. Okay, it's still going strong. But nothing to do really at this time with either one of those pairs. Just wait and see, really. Okay. I am also, the other trade I have on, there's some more. I have on Kiwi dollar. Okay. and this one just got filled moments ago. So I'm trading this range. You can see this blue box here. I'm trading this range. And I had this trade on last week, and my stop got hit for break even. I shorted here, moved my stop to break even here, and then hit my stop here. But then I re-entered, hit my stop here, and then I re-entered here. This isn't the most encouraging price action. I'm a little concerned. This last candle looks very strong, but I entered 1/8 of 1% here, another 1/8 of 1% here. My stop for both positions is at here. So if my stop gets hit, I'll be out 1/4 of 1% on this Kiwi dollar trade. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. And that's also looking strong. Okay, so nothing really I can do at the moment. Just wait it out, really. The other trade I have on at the moment is, just one second, it's pound yen. Let's go to that. Okay, pound yen, you can see right there. Hold on, let me pound yen. Okay, so short at the black line, and it just went right through that. So this is also not not the most encouraging price action here. This is my first counter trend trade, really. So perhaps a learning experience. Learn not to do that again. No, I'm exaggerating. Overall, these positions, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm down on a bunch of them, unfortunately, but we'll see. It's a little premature to be to write them off at this time. A lot of just waiting. Okay, so let's go to the other pairs. And now, also, one thing I want to mention is if all my stops get hit now, I will lose 3/4 of 1% of my account. Okay, and on top of this, I do have other entry orders. So really, I want to be very selective. I can put on some more orders, but I want to be very selective. If I put on more orders and more than one gets filled, chances are I'll want to close some of them out. I don't want to be in a position where if all my stops get hit, I'm risking or I'm losing more than 1% of my account balance. That's my general rule of thumb, which not really a rule of thumb, it's a hard and fast rule. Okay, Euro Australian dollar. And I'm sort of trading this via Aussie Swiss. So this was the pullback I was looking forward to, this at least to here. And we got that, and so I entered there. We'll see. If it breaks through, next time to go long might be here. But let's see. Euro Aussie, it's very similar to Aussie Swiss, so I'm trading it that way. Euro Canada. Broken out of the price channel. Well, we're starting to come down a little bit, and if we can come down to, still 49.75, that's really a great level. I'd really like to see it come back within the channel, spike a little bit. I'm going to put an entry order just trying to catch a spike at this level. We'll see. I still think it's at least early next week might be the earliest for Euro Canada, I would expect. Clear uptrend trying to buy the dip with Euro Canada. I've been trying to do that with a whole bunch of Canadian dollar pairs. Euro Swiss. Okay, there is an entry order to go long at 121.37. You can see the trade I've got here. Let's see if it gets filled. We have this Morningstar candlestick pattern that's pretty bullish. Euro Swiss is in a range. Let's move that over. See more of the price action. It's a very range bound. It's almost always range bound. So let's see if we're near the bottom of our range. Let's see if this is an opportunity to buy here, or what. In any event, the order is sitting there at the moment. So that's Euro Swiss, Euro Pound. Okay, big move down in Euro Pound. Nothing I can really do. I did think about, putting on a short order, but I really wanted more of a pullback, which I think is still the correct decision here. At least 82.70, which we did not get. So no real opportunity here. Maybe there's an opportunity to buy somewhere down at the bottom, but probably not. This is a clear downtrend, so I'm more interested in selling the rallies. Euro yen. Okay, euro yen. Yeah. I have the order here to go long on dollar yen. And let's see if we get that pullback here. I don't have any order here, but if it does pull back to here, that will be interesting. I'll reevaluate where I'm at. But right now, we need a pullback of basically 300 pips. So nothing at this time. Euro dollar. Oh, I missed one. Yeah, euro dollar 36.55. You know, that's where the 50% Fibonacci retracement from this swing low to this swing high is, where the 50 simple moving average is. We have a long spike off that level as well. So until we can pull back to 36.55, not much. I missed euro kiwi. Okay, now this is actually pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I do have an entry order here. It's another entry order I have to go long 62.62. And that's just something I should see. I still have, let me see how many entry orders I still have. Um, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entry orders. So, I mean, if all these orders get filled, I'm going to need to cancel some unless I can somehow, unless they get filled in a convenient enough time where I can move my stop to break even. Um, so I don't even know if I should put on any orders today. But Euro Kiwi, I do have an order to go long at 62.62. We are now 43 pips away from that. So that's Euro Kiwi. Okay, so that does it for the euro. Now it's time to go to the pound. Pound Aussie. Yeah, pound Aussie. Same situation. Need a pullback. Clearly in an uptrend, just need a pullback. 81.43 is really the earliest. I know we're far away from that, but it's hard for me to see a good. That's a good support level I'd like to enter at. I don't really see anything else I feel comfortable entering at. Pound Canada. Entering at support is the basic, name of the game in an uptrend for me. So if there aren't any support levels, if price just keeps going and going and going, I don't want to enter unless it pulls back to an established support level. Otherwise, I feel like that's just chasing price, which historically has not ended well, for me at least, and for most others probably. Pound Canada, same idea, uptrend. Let's see if it can pull back. Actually, I can update this. We can go from here to move that up a little more. What's going on? Okay, so that's the Fibonacci, and we can actually move this one from this swing low. Okay. Still though, I mean, I don't know. At least, really, yeah, this line here. Really a pullback to 80.30, somewhere around there. So that's still 500 pips away before I can do anything with Pound Canada. That's the story with the Canadian dollar. Hasn't been giving much of a pullback, really. Pound Swiss, yeah, still in this range. We did have a Morningstar pattern. So folks who are interested in trading just the Morningstar pattern here, that would have worked out well. However, I do, excuse me, I do want to see confluence. I do want to see more signs. If that Morningstar pattern had occurred at 46.61, I would have thought that was awesome. But it didn't. So I don't want to enter on this. Maybe at the top it'll be worth shorting, or if it falls a lot more, it'll be worth buying. Until then, I will pass. Pound yen. Yeah, so we looked at this. I'm short here. This black line stop at the red line. This price action isn't exactly what I was hoping to see because it broke through that resistance level with quite a bit of conviction. But we'll see. Nothing I can do at this point. I'll just wait it out. Pound kiwi. Okay, slightly similar to euro kiwi, which I am have the entry order on. If this can fall a bit more, if it can fall, ideally by the end of the week, it falls to a point where this blue line is basically intersecting this black line, and that could be interesting right here. 97.26. We also have a bit of a accumulation zone right here. That could be an interesting buying opportunity. I'll definitely keep an eye out for that, as well as what's going on with euro kiwi. And like I mentioned, I've got a bunch of orders now, so I don't want too many. So I'll be keeping a close eye on that. Pound dollar. Okay, I have a synthetic or implied short position in pound dollar. The reason for this is because I am short pound yen and long dollar yen. Now my long dollar yen order has not got filled, so I'm on my way to or I'm trying to get to a point of a synthetic short dollar trade, a short pound dollar position. And the reason that's synthetic is because if you're long pound yen and you're short, or excuse me, other way around, if you're short pound yen and long dollar yen, you're basically short pound and long U.S. dollar because the yen parts of both those trades cancel out. So I have an implied short pound dollar trade, which may be interesting. I mean, we're still, sort of in this zone. I think that bet would be completely invalidated if we break past this high here, break past 168. What is it? 168.15 or so. We'll see. In any event, I don't want to trade pound dollar just yet, really. I like the implied trade I have on a bit better, more comfortable with that technically and from a risk management perspective. Okay, so that's pound. Let's go to dollar. Dollar Canada. Okay, this does look like, now like I mentioned, one of the rules for counter trend trading is I don't want more than 1/4%, at least at this time, to be, as I step my toe into, focus on counter trend trading. Now, this looks like it could be an interesting counter trend trade, dollar Canada. We'll see. In any event, at this point, I'm not that interested in it. Let's go to dollar Swiss. Also in a downtrend, and now this is actually, this could be an interesting short for sure. What's this blue line doing here? Okay, just change that a little bit. Yeah, the thing here is I just want to hold out for reversal candlesticks. If we can get reversal candlesticks, then I will be, I might put on a short dollar Swiss position. Until then, though, I think I'll pass. But this might be an opportunity in the next day or two. So many opportunities I'm seeing. I hope. Well, let's see if they're actually justified. But I think I'll hold off, and I also need to be careful with how many positions. Right now, I already have too many positions. If they all get filled, I'm going to have to close out some of them. So I'll be keeping a close eye on my trading account, definitely over the next day or two, just to make sure that all these orders don't get filled. Dollar yen, I have this order to go long. That's one I really will get filled. We'll see if it does. Right now, that also moved with such great strength after the last 2 days upwards in dollar yen. So, and we're now 102.50. So we'll see. Not the best sign that my order will get filled, but who knows when bears will step in on dollar yen. Dollar Singapore. Okay. Yeah, this is, I should have gone long here. Obviously, I didn't. So we'll see if price falls back to this support level. I don't really want to do anything else. Maybe if it goes all the way up here, I'll short. But other than that, dollar, Singapore, we're just in a big range, and I'll wait it out until we get to a turning point. Okay, so that's the dollar pairs. Let's go to the Australian dollar pairs. Oh, excuse me. Let's go to Canadian dollar pairs. Canada Swiss. Okay. Yeah, still, a lot of the same story with the Canadian dollar waiting for that right pullback. In a downtrend here. Euro Canada I like better, but in either event, we're still hundreds of pips away. We really need Canadian dollar in order for me to jump back in on this trend, a big flushing out. Probably a significant move in the opposite direction, change sentiment considerably. Until then, I don't feel. I'll just watch the market go. Obviously, it would have been great to be in on it, and that's something I'll be thinking about. I have been thinking about is how I could have identified this. I haven't figured out the right way yet, but that would have been a great trade to be in on. And being in on those types of great trends is what I really love. You get a couple of those a year, and you were set. Especially if you know how to pyramid, add to your positions when the trend's going in your favor. Okay, Canada yen. We are now about to close above this black line here. So let's see how this candle closes. If this candle closes above this black line, we still have this downward sloping moving average, which isn't too good. But now we're starting to see a pattern of lower highs in place. If we close above the support level, I think that'll be pretty significant. And it may be time to try going long Canada yen again. So I'll keep an eye out for it. It's another order that I might be placing later this week, but not today. So that does it for the Canada pairs. Let's go to the Australian dollar pairs, Aussie Canada. And do I have a? Oh, I do have an order on this. My Aussie Canada order is, I'm still 105 pips away. It's at this dashed black line, and support is at this red line. So we'll see. Right now it's moving without me. That was the one long Aussie trade I had on. Aussie Swiss, we are in already. And we took a look at this. Aussie Yen also in. Aussie Kiwi. And I also want to make sure. So I don't really have room for any more Australian dollar trades. I already have too many on. Basically, I don't want to risk more than 1% of my account at any given time. I don't want to risk more than 0.5% on the same currency in the same direction. So I'm already short Aussie Swiss and short Aussie Yen. And both those orders are filled. Now, actually, I can put on some more Australian dollar orders because my short Aussie Yen, the position is at break even, so I didn't misspeak here. Since it's at break even, I'm free to add more. And that's sort of my risk management approach. Diversification, pyramiding are key ideas for me. Aussie Kiwi. Let's see if it can rally. This is clearly a downtrend, so if it can rally to need to go a little bit further. I'd really love for it to be, at 107.60. Well, maybe at the end of this month. Still got a ways to go, but I'd love to see the intersection of this downward price channel, this horizontal resistance level, which is also a 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and the 50 simple moving average. 107.50 is a major level. If we can wait a few weeks, then the price channel will intersect with it. We'll have an intersection of price and time. Always something I like to see. At this point, though, nothing. Just waiting. So lots of opportunities I'm seeing. And, there's always opportunities in the market. I guess often there are days where I don't really put on any order. Here I have the opposite problem of let's make sure we're not putting on too many. Aussie dollar here. Aussie dollar, yeah, I've set to short that. I don't know if that order is going to get filled, but we'll see. Let me check that out. Aussie dollar, yeah, it's 71 pips above, or my short order is 71 pips above. So we can rally 70 pips, that'll get filled. Uh, let's see if that happens. Okay, so that does it for Aussie dollar, Kiwi, Kiwi Canada. Still waiting for a pullback. Nothing yet. Same as it is with all the Canadian pairs. Kiwi Swiss. Yeah, and I'm trading this. It's very similar to Euro Swiss or Euro Kiwi pair trade I have on. I don't have the order I have on, which is 50 pips away from being filled. But this is basically the inverse of that. Euro Kiwi, I'm set to go long. Here I could be, I thought about going short at 75, this black line right here. We have a 200 exponential moving average there. We have a resistance level here, established here, established here. But ultimately I like the technicals much better on Euro Kiwi, just the pattern, and that probably is just a subjective opinion. So I'll pass on Kiwi Swiss. I don't really like this opportunity too much, especially that pattern of lower highs, and because I like the pattern on Euro Kiwi much better. Kiwi Yen. So I have this on via dollar yen. This is running away. I'm a little worried I'm missing out on this yen trade, but don't chase. Your emotions are often the best contrarian indicator you have. If you feel like chasing, it's a clear sign. If you feel like rushing out and buying, that's a clear sign that it's probably a good time to be selling. Those impulsive emotions are, if you follow them, that can be the end. For most people, definitely for me, you want to learn the good emotions, the intuition versus the impulsive, fear and greed driven emotions. And I think we're all prone to that. When I get that, I actually try to use that as an advantage. It's like, oh, I'm feeling really greedy. This is probably not a good sign if I'm buying. If I'm interested, if the greed is, but then I can think about it and ask myself if it's actually a selling opportunity. Kiwi dollar, yeah, we're here, and oh, good. This is a little encouraging. You'll see it on the 4-hour chart. All right, so you see this. So bears stepped in, pushed price right down, and this was, if you recall at the beginning of this video, it was the opposite. So that's good. We'll see. Let's see if it continues down. It goes all the way down here, hopefully. We'll see. So that's about it. I'm not putting on any orders today. I do have a whole bunch, and I've got my eye on a few currency pairs for later this week and early next week. But I still got, my plate at this point is pretty full. I have 0.75% risk exposure, meaning if all my stops get hit, my account balance will fall 0.75%. So, and I do have a bunch of orders. If one of these orders gets filled, I'll easily meet my 1% maximum risk tolerance until I can move some of these. If some of these go in my favor, then I can move my stop to break even. Or if some of the stops get hit, then obviously that gives me more room to put on trades. But we're basically near capacity at this time. That's about it. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at informedtrades.com. Best of luck in your trading, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.